someone ask for writing tips. Writing tips. So the first and foremost, I would say, is really getting to know your clutch. I said that's the number one most important thing on a motorcycle. And what do I mean? So every clutch has a friction zone, which is this guy here. And it's the friction zones as soon as you start to feel that motion. If you just let out the clutch, that's the friction zone. And why is it important to get to know that? Well, say you need to get out of danger, you need to turn and whatever, you can always get some juice out of your throttle. And what do I mean by that? So okay, I'll go ahead and shift if I can. Yeah, alright, now I'm in fourth gear, okay? So in fourth gear, I don't need to shift back down to first. I don't need to worry about being able to shift back down to first. I have enough juice to get out. I just hold down that throttle and hold down the clutch. And there's plenty of juice to get out of trouble. And that comes in handy a lot when you're, say you're going really fast and you have to make a turn, or someone's coming up behind you and you need to go quick. Just, it's like, I don't even have all the practical implications of it, but that's been really, really helpful. And you know, it's nice for those times you're lazy and you don't want to downshift, or the times, like I said, you're going really fast and you're like, what gear am I in? Like, instead of just worrying about the turn, you're kind of like worried about, you know, what gear you're in, which is, you know, shitty. Furthermore, on this whole clutch thing, see how fast I shift? It's because I know my clutch so well. Another good pro tip is it's always better, always for the life of your engine, to over rev like that than to like under rev, where you just kind of like let out the clutch and it's like blah, 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 blah. So it's called bogging your engine, okay? So you never want to bog your engine. That's way worse than over revving it. And again, so I'm letting out the clutch and I give it a lot of juice. Always better to do than vice versa, and to not give it enough juice. And so it kind of like blah, 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 and goes into gear. You don't want to do that. It's bad for your engine. At the gym. The other tip 3, would be to do the motorcycle class. There's a motorcycle safety course offered in a lot of, you know, colleges or wherever. And it's expensive. It's about $200, $250, but the value is pretty good, because what it ultimately gets you is the ability to learn all the fundamentals of a motorcycle on someone else's motorcycle, which is priceless. Because say in the event that you drop it, or, you know, just destroy the thing, you're not liable for the damages, which is fantastic. Whereas if you got, say, your dream motorcycle and you take it out and you're trying to learn and you drop it, I mean, not only are you paying the deductible, which is probably, you know, $500 for reasonable motorcycle insurance, but not only are you paying that, like, you've, you know, damaged your baby, which doubly sucks. And you could, you know, hurt the longevity of the bike in some way you didn't even know just by dropping it. So motorcycle safety course is freaking awesome. Definitely recommend that. I've been riding for a pretty long time, about a decade. And the motorcycle course was definitely worth it. But for me, I had been riding a scooter for quite some time. I rode a scooter all through college. Scooters are so awesome on college campuses, because you just like drive anywhere you want, you park anywhere you want. So I don't judge people who ride scooters, because they're awesome. Plus, it's just all throttle. It's just pure fun. It's like, whee! Another pro tip 4, is wear your fucking helmet. Wear the helmet. A lot of motorcycle accidents happen at, you know, 20, 30 miles an hour, which is more than enough speed to split your head open. So wear your freaking helmet. Always wear your helmet. It's pretty stupid not to wear your helmet. It's insane. Like, if you're at, you know, 20 miles an hour and you crack your head open, you're dead. Or you're a vegetable for the rest of your life, or whatever. It's just a bad idea. Just wear your freaking helmet. Don't be stupid. See, that guy wasn't wearing a helmet. like an idiot. Like a headband's gonna keep your brains inside your head. Like, what are you worried about? Like, not wearing a helmet. You just like, is it uncomfortable? Are you afraid you don't look cool? Like, either way, you're an idiot. Just wear your helmet. So what's the big deal? Which brings me to point 4? 4. Sure, 4. Is get comfortable gear. If your gear's not comfortable, you're probably not going to wear it. And you want to wear it. So make sure your jacket's comfortable, your gloves are comfortable, your helmet's not. I mean, helmet's going to be crazy tight at first because the pad's got to get broken in a bit. But make sure it's not like overly tight. Like if you take it off and you have a huge headache, then it's probably too tight. You probably need to go up a size. But definitely wear comfortable gear. Which brings me to point 5. Is, and this mostly applies to long distances. And by long distances on a sport bike, I mean like, you know, over, say, 4 hours. You gotta have, no one wants to talk about it, but you gotta have super comfortable underwear. If you have underwear, like say cotton, I definitely wouldn't recommend cotton underwear. It's gonna irritate you down your undercarriage, and you don't want that. Definitely don't want that. And I've tried a bunch of different like athletic underwear, you know, like the sweat wicking, you know, skin tight stuff, and the Adidas, and I'll put a link in the description. The Adidas is top notch, and the reason it is because it has seams. Okay, it has seams along your butt, but the seams are like barely even there. Like their seams are not even seams. And a lot of the other ones, they have seams, and seams do over time irritate you, say over like 6 hours. So obviously the athletic underwear is going to be better than cotton for long duration, but stuff without seams is fantastic. Point 6 is the motorcycle is about 20 million times more capable than you. Oh, I gotta make this light. Motorcycle is about 20,000 times more capable than you are. Okay, so I drive a 2012 Ninja 650. It's a sport bike, right? I've taken this guy on, you know, 80-degree inclines on gravel, in the rain, in the snow, anything. This guy can do it all. I know it's engineered just to be like a street bike, but they can do a lot. They can do so much more. So what do I mean the bike is more capable? Well, say you're about to be in an accident or whatever, and you have to perform a crazy maneuver to try to avoid it. Try it. Try the crazy maneuver. Because the bike can do it. Just be confident. If you're taking a turn and you're like, oh no, I might be coming into this turn too fast, just lean more. Lean more, lean hard. The bike can do it. You just might have second guesses of whether or not you can do it, but the bike can do it. Don't worry about the bike. The other reason I say, you know, take the turn, you know, lean more or whatever, even if you go down, at least you're kind of going down in the sliding position. The bike might come down on your ankle or your leg, but, you know, a hurt ankle, hurt leg is a lot less than hitting something directly on. Like going into a ditch, if you're going to go into a ditch, if you go into it straight, you might hurt your neck or your head. But if you're trying to lean as hard as you possibly can into the turn, the bike's going to come down, you're going to slide along with it. So it's just a better accident position. Last tip, the most important tip, is that everyone, absolutely everyone, just pretend and assume that absolutely everyone is trying to kill you. So, for example, this guy right now. Why are you braking? Why are you braking so hard? Why? He's an evil Russian. He's an evil Russian. Everyone, why is he going so slow? What is he doing? So, but yeah, that guy's an evil Russian. That guy's an evil Russian. That guy's an evil Russian. This is like a really lame Die Hard movie where you're in a chase. You don't have a gun, and everyone has to abide by the traffic laws and the speed limits. So it's like the most boring chase ever. But just assume that everyone is trying to kill you, because chances are they don't see you. Chances are they didn't look to see you. Anyways, guys, we're back at work. Peace out.